I want to look at the three examples we have here. So I give you a quadratic function in factored form. I want you to explain everything you know about the graph for the quadratic function. So what do we know about the parabola? What does it look like? So first thing we should do is identify what's the a value, what's the p value, what's the q value. So a here is -1. All right, so what does that tell us? Well, it's negative, so we know there's a reflection over the x-axis. We know the parabola opens down, and we know that there's no vertical stretch or compression. There's no dilation. Okay, so it's just like the parent graph as it opens down. Then we know that the p-value is actually equal to -2, and the q-value is equal to +8. All right, so then that means we know that this parabola crosses the x-axis at -2, 0, and 8, 0. All right, now how can we quickly figure out the axis of symmetry? I'm going to say LOS. I would say line of symmetry myself. The LOS is going to be x equals, well, we take the p and q values, we add them up. -2 plus 8, and then we divide that by 2. So we're taking the average of those two. So we end up getting, what's that, 6/2. So we're going to get 3. So our axis of symmetry is x equals 3. All right, so we know that the line of symmetry is x equals 3. We know that the parabola crosses at 8, 0, and -2, 0. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, our next example, we had f of x equals 1/2 times x minus 3 times x plus 7. The a value is 1/2. So that tells us it opens up, the parabola opens up, and there is a vertical dilation, there's a compression. So it's going to be a wider parabola. Our p value is 3, our q value is -7. So that means my zeros are 3 and -7, which means my x-intercepts are at the point 3, 0 and -7, 0. Now to find the axis of symmetry, I just take the 3 plus the -7 here. It's kind of ugly there. That's -7. 3 plus -7 is -4, and divide that by 2. And that's how I got the line of symmetry as x equals -2. All right, our last equation we have is f of x equals -4 times x minus 6 multiplied by x minus 12. So our a value is -4. It's negative, so there's a reflection over the x-axis. So the parabola now opens down. The value being 4 means it's a dilation that is a vertical stretch. So the parabola will be skinny. Our p value is 6. Our q value is 12. So that means my zeros are x equals 6 and x equals 12. Or my x-intercepts would be 6, 0 and 12, 0. To find the axis of symmetry, I just take the zeros, 6 plus 12, and divide those by 2. So 12 and 6 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So my line of symmetry is x equals 9.